Hi guys, Kelly here again, Kel's Aquarium. So, just done a bit of maintenance on this tank. Not much on this one, but I've done a bit on this one. It's just a fry grow out tank. It's got loads of plants in, what was offcuts of the tank we've just seen. So it's got a few Java ferns in out of my big tank downstairs. Yeah, these lads are getting quite big, I'm being honest, or some of them are. Yeah, that's how big me. No, let's get him off. He'll be back, yeah. So they're getting big, but there's not much going on in there. It's just a bit of a. I've got a creaky floorboard there. I'll have to deal with that at some point. Yeah, so that one's going alright. This one I've done a bit more. I've cut a lot back. As you might, if you've seen, I don't know if there was that high. I think I cut them back before I did a video last time. So the plants at this side, all the green ones, not the lotus, they was like up and around the top. In fact, there's an entire, I mean that's just legit full of offcuts which I've got no use for, which is annoying. Because I say, most of them, if you just plant them, you end up with loads more. But it's still a bit messy. My plan is, if you see that there's a bit of food on it and stuff, look at their fins, they're coloured up nice, aren't they? The cories and the gouramis are a bit out the way because I've been obviously had my hands in for ages. These Pristillas don't care. So there's a big cryptocory there, which I really like. That was just one of my brothers, what he never used when we did his tank. I'm tempted, I've got my lotus there, my lily, it's getting near the top, and I'm real tempted to pull them out at the back and put another one of them decent cryptocorines in. Sorry, I'm just seeing if I can get rid of some of that glare. No. So, yeah, my big peace lily, that's going out of control. So is the Salvinia on top. So I'll have to pull some of that out soon, I reckon. But yeah, that, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I bought, and I got 3 plants out the same thing. It was all about the same size. So that's been in since as long as that tank's been going. We'll get to this one in a minute. That one was also in at the same time, and that's in soil and out to daylight, obviously through the blinds. Look at the size of that. I mean, one leaf of this thing's bigger. But yeah, so that's just growing out the tank, which is awesome. So that water's probably legit clean, because I mean, there's with all that plants, all them plants growing on the top, all this in here. Again, these I only had a couple of these at the bottom, and I just keep cutting them when they get high and replanting them. I'm going to move some about at some point, 'cause it looks a bit messy at the minute, just like basically just like a wall of plants. But I'm going to pull some out and make little clumps of them, so there's, you know, they're not like they are now. We'll get to that though. So today was more about cutting that back, because you couldn't see from like here back. It was like right to the front of these plants. So that's what's come out there. I mean, one of my gouramis is round here. He's a bit, he's shy. It's round the back. So, and then we've got this one, which is, what I was going to do, I'm just going to have a look from above. Dun, dun, dun. So we'll have a look like that, so you can sort of see the layout. So, as you can see, I've built a spray bar, made that, and just drilled some big holes in it so the gouramis enjoy being in there. There's some food on the plant. But yeah, that lotus, what looks quite red from, so I'm just trying to put the lid back on without all smashing. There we go. Looks a bit red from down here, doesn't from the top. It's pretty cool. So it is red from down here, but yeah. So that's sort of the general layout of that. And say it's still a bit messy, but wait until I get the plant I need to do the job. Now talking of messy, so this is the one what's coming down soon to all the inhabitants to go in another one of these, because I really like these tanks. No mess. I mean, this has got a canister filter on it, this one here. It is running a big crystal profit, even though there's no real need to. That's a nano one. So it's running a crystal profit nano one. It's got about a bag and a half. I think it's about £5 of lava rock in sort of a basket from when it was a paludarium, and all that was above water, because the water only used to come up to about here. But there was no point, I didn't have anything what lived in it. And then I started growing this pothos out the top. Tedious life of pothos. So when I take this tank down, which will hopefully be maybe after Christmas, just because I've got a bit of decorating, I'm going to redo my living room before I do these. I've got to take this down and catch all the shrimps. Oh Jesus, no. And then somehow I'm going to try and reuse the rocks. Because I mean the big rocks like 30-40 centimetres tall. I mean the tank's 30 and they're coming out of the water, as you can see. There is quite a lot of shrimps in here. I mean that's only about half, and you know, you just can't see the rest because plants and planting. So yeah, this is going to be a nightmare, but I've given this a bit of a clean. I ain't done much with it because I say I'm taking it down. I just thought we'd have a look. There's some shrimp on shrimp action. But yeah, catching these going to be an actual nightmare. I'm going to have to build a trap or buy a trap and then somehow get them all. I mean, it's going to be these clumps here. I mean, look, that's some thick, crazy thick Java fern. That Java fern, Java moss. But yeah, I do like my shrimps. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a maintenance-a-thon. I say I do maintenance on them every 2 weeks, these up here, and I just take one bucket of water out. Well, I say a load of plants. I don't do it justice. If you was to lay that out, that'd cover this area that it's in. It's just been squashed down. So yeah, I take about half a bucket out of this one because it does get a bit of evaporation because it's open top, which is one of the reasons I don't want it anymore. I take a solid bucket out of here and I take another bucket out of this one every fortnight. I clean the glass on this one and the shrimp tank now and again. I don't on the other one because I just very rarely care. Say it's a grow up tank. Oh, there's another gourami just behind there. Gourami in about. They're all a bit scared because I've proper cut it all back. The gourami what lives in the corner, the male, he's normally building bubble nests in and among all of it and then sitting in it, but I took that away from him for a little bit. It'll have all grown back by next week. Anyway, that's 8 minutes, so that's way longer than I wanted to do. I've got another one of these lights and the hanging kit, another AI pram to go there in front of Jack Burton for when I put another one of these there, because that's the actual light what comes with the Nano, and as you can see, grows plants fine, it is fine. I banged my head on it once already today doing stuff. I like my lights up there. So when I'm working, nothing's in my way. So, and as I say, don't have to be expensive lights like that. I just like them because you can have them on timers and, you know, as bright or as dim as you like. But if you watch a video a few back called Lights, you would see I used that light, which is it's from the still got the thing on from where I took it down and a bit of this fake Harvey to disguise the. On that one you'll see there's still a big bit of this because I ain't cut it back yet because I was still figuring out. There's also 2 holes from where I had the other one up, which I'll fill when I put the other one up. But say these are about 200 odd quid. About 210 I think they are, something like that. All the plants in there grew, and the ones what have gone in there, the cuttings, all grew on that light, hung in the same way. That was 12 quid. And I did like it, but I like messing about and controlling tech. So, you know, if you're prepared to spend the money, you get one. If not, that 12 quid will run it. And if not, if that's too much, that like 7 or 8 quid will run it. both 6.5 Kelvin, 6,500 Kelvin. So sunlight work like a charm, really good. But yeah, thought seeing as I've got a real nice light on the timer there, that's a max spec razor. I mean it's old now, but it's still a decent light. Thought I'd have 2 AI primes, and yeah, quite like them. And you can do, you know, get them what colour you like. So anyway, enough of this. Thanks for watching. Bye.